sun sustenance its dietary staple, what does sunlight taste like to a maple? What did it dream about, the lofty oak, which dormant in winter, in spring awoke? Why are instructions written for a seed that grows to a tree because it can read? Do seeds think they should figure life's point out before they pierce their shells and start to sprout? From light it drinks, does a tree get drunk and sense inebriation through its trunk? Do trees feel full from light on which they dine? And might we evolve and also ingest sunshine? Does a tree that grows slowly from a seed care, as we often do so much, for speed? Do trees worry whether there's life after death, in limbs that reach to light and roots to depth? Does a leaf, when falling to the forest floor, wonder what its brief life as leaf was for? Are we, though we appear so far apart, one in life's tree of which we're each a part? Do apple trees think they can form their fruits without their sinking deep in darkness roots? Why can't we sip, as does a tall blue spruce, the yellow sunlight as life-sustaining juice? Why do oak leaves that caught the sun and drank it fall to the ground, forming a brown, damp blanket? Do you feel a tree beginning as a seedling, looks different from you, yet is your sibling? Does a seed that's buried in darkness of soil believe in celestial light toward which it will spread leaves? When a firm belief falls like a leaf to mud, do you look to where it fell from for a bud? When you're like a seed sunk in the soil's gloom, do you probe for light in which your being will bloom? When words from mouths like seeds from soil sprout, what blossoms from a whisper in contrast to a shout? Like the loftiness of trees unfurls from seeds, may a lofty peace of mind unfurl from deeds. Do trees seek light within themselves or try to reach and gather light that's from the sky? As roots grow down and branches up, are these opposites essential for us no less than trees? While dogmas of churches don't just bark but bite, is the peeling bark of birches appealing and bright? Do dormant trees awaken sometimes groggy, as with the melting snow the ground is soggy? Does a tree in winter sheltering a squirrel fear that its buds in spring may not unfurl? Has wind in leaves with which the trees are crowned unclenched your mind when it's been tightly wound? Do trees in fall find bareness hard to bear? and consider evergreen trees to be unfair? Does wind speak through leaves as we through lips, in a language of breezes that caress like fingertips? Do trees in winter feel deep nostalgia for foliage they had but don't anymore? Do you hug the tree blooming with every breath, the tree that's in you, rooting you in life's depth? Do trees feel guilt for growing for themselves, unused for objects built such as bookshelves? Have you been filled with hopefulness and awe as growth came from a stump caused by a saw? When trees look dead but are in fact asleep, do they sense sap that doesn't cease to seep? For trees to grow at their gradual rate, do they with sun and rain collaborate? Do trees have thoughts of what is wrong and right, while giving oxygen, beauty, and growing to light? Why do tree trunks yearly produce a ring, quietly, as birds in branches loudly sing? May our emotions like a moisture seep through conversations which, like roots, grow deep. Are buried acorns squirrels forget about, the reason many oak trees get to sprout? May we, like trees, not live just getting by, but live preoccupied with growing high. When from the branch it hung on an acorn is cut, does it know it may grow to a tree as it's still a nut? Are things that we would do or which we wouldn't, based on our growth, unlike a tree's, not wooden? Do we reach toward light-heartedness of fun, the way that trees reach to light of the sun? As countless seed pods from a maple dance, is it concerned few have a sprouting chance? Do we respond to kindness from someone, like buds that unfurl responding to the sun? Do you hear trees request that we not take their nourishing fallen foliage with a rake? Would deciduous trees, if they could choose, prefer to retain their leaves through winter like a conifer? As healthy forests have more than one kind of tree, could we follow their example and value diversity? If you pine for someone, is it like a pine that's an evergreen which on sunshine can dine? As we pursue and value happiness, do trees strive for and treasure sappiness? Our roles look small, but don't trees reach huge size through tiny cells that photosynthesize? While arboreal blossoms are brought to life by spring, what blessings and blisses may human warmth bring? Do you mind when questioning life like Socrates, you're given wordless answers like leaves of trees? Can we learn from trees that don't keep all they get, but enrich their woodland underground safety net? Are trees bilingual as they translate light to meals that they can eat without a bite? 100 years from now, we won't have stayed, but will we have planted trees that still give shade?